So guys, it is all over now. Afcon 2023 winner is Ivory Coast. They won the finals by 2-1. And Nigeria, I just want to say this, they did a lot of mistakes, and we are going to look at that live here on Sports Corner GH. My name is Adam, I'm a Ghanaian, and I'm going to look at the game between Nigeria and Ivory Coast in the finals of the Afcon 2023 from a neutral standpoint. We are going to look at the mistakes Nigerians did and also what Ivory Coast did rightly to be able to win the Afcon 2023. They hosted and won it, and this is a very good story for Ivory Coast. I feel like this should be a Netflix, documentary on Ivory Coast. It's very, very interesting. There is a lot of story there that we need to talk about based on the way they won the Afcon. So guys, if you have not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. If you have already subscribed too, thank you very much, and may God richly bless you. So guys, quickly, let's jump into it and let's talk about this game. Now, coming into this game, Nigeria has won the Afcon 3 times and Ivory Coast has won it 2 times. And actually, these two have met in the group stages. They were both in Group A, and when they met in the group stages, Nigeria won by 1-0. But coming into the finals, that was not the same Ivory Coast that played in the group stages. In fact, different players, different mentality, different coach. So definitely Ivory Coast were coming into this game to win the game. They had home support. Now let's look at the squad for both teams. I believe Nigeria just did some few changes. Sanusi came into the game. He didn't play the semi-finals, but he played the finals. He started. And also Moses Simon was out and Chukwueze started the game for Nigeria. Also for Ivory Coast, Kosunu started, and I was very surprised because Boli was on the bench looking at Boli's height, but Kosunu started and he didn't disappoint. So now, let's talk about the first half. The first half, now, just be very honest, Ivory Coast dominated that game from the whistle. When the whistle was blown, Ivory Coast started dominating the game. They knew what they wanted. They were playing very well, and I was expecting Nigeria to come out of their shells, and they should know that they were playing a final. They needed to show up. They needed to play very well. They needed to entertain the fans who were watching the finals. But Nigerians were soaking the pressure. And I felt like that wasn't good enough because you can't soak the pressure for 90 minutes. But when the game started, in the first 30 minutes, it was all about Ivory Coast. Now, one thing I noticed in the first half was that the fullbacks, the wingbacks, Olahaina and Sanusi were not able to move forward. And the reason why they were not able to move forward was that they were pinned by Adengra and also Max Gradel. Adengra has been very swiftly in this game. He has been playing very well in this game. And because of that, Olahaina was not able to move. And that was one battle that has been very interesting throughout the game. Adengra and also Olahaina. Same for Max Gradel and also Sanusi. He prevented Sanusi from moving forward to make crosses and also add numbers both in midfield and also forward. So Nigeria were literally playing 5-2-3. That was the formation Nigeria was playing today. Whether they were attacking or whether they were defending, it was still a 5-back. So Nigerians were not having numbers up front. And you see, if you want to score goals, you need to have offensive numbers. And that didn't happen. When you come into the midfield too, Nigeria lost the midfield battle because they were overpowered. They were overnumbered in the midfield. Now, Nigeria had only 2 midfielders. That was Iwobi and Onyeka. I hope I got the name right. But Ivory Coast had Fofana, Kessie, and then Siri. Siri is 32 years old. Kessie, we know the qualities Kessie have, and Fofana too, he has been on top form in this tournament. So Nigeria was just overpowered in the first half when it comes to the midfield. And also there were some key battles in the first half that was very interesting to watch. Osimhen and also Indika, and then Osimhen versus Kosunu. Osimhen in that game was just a one-man island. He was just separated, and the space between Osimhen and the midfield was just too wide. They should have closed that gap. It was just too wide. And those were the jobs of the wing-backs, both Sanusi and Olahaina. But they were pinned because the wingers of Ivory Coast really, really did their job very well in the first half. And in the first half, in that 38th minute, Nigeria had at least one chance. That was from a set piece, a corner, and Trustekon scored a goal in the 38th minute. Now, Trustekon did so well in this tournament for Nigeria. He's the captain of the side. He has scored 3 goals in the tournament. That's not bad for him. But the cross, I think, at this moment, that cross actually was pinpoint, and they did well. Chukwueze flipping it, and then Trustekon heading it in. Now, one mistake Ivory Coast did very much in that game was trying to bring Sebastian Haller into the game. So they were making a lot of crosses, and those crosses were not finding Sebastian Haller. So most of their attacks were not productive. most of the Ivory Coast attacks were not productive. Nigeria were very reserved. They protected the lead. They were defending more. They were soaking the pressure. I felt like it wasn't too good. They should have opened up and played the game, but they were protecting the lead. But they should have understood that Ivory Coast coming into this tournament have come back from a goal down on 3 occasions. So definitely they should have known better. Now, coming into the second half, Ivory Coast did really, really well. Ivory Coast really did really well. When they came into the second half, they started like they started in the first half, putting on pressure, more pressure. And most of the games they played in this Afcon, especially in the knockout stage, in the second half, Ivory Coast have been on top of their game. Anytime it's the second half, Ivory Coast do so well. So in the second half, one thing I also noticed about the Ivorians was that the Ivorians stopped crossing the ball to Sebastian Haller, and then they started shooting from behind. Now, that was a tactical instruction from the coach, and I think they did it well. Now, they started shooting, and one of those shots got blocked by Calvin Bassey. Now, if it wasn't for Calvin Bassey, that would have resulted to an equalizer for Ivory Coast. But Calvin Bassey celebrated that as if he scored a goal. And so one of those shots from distance led to a corner, and Simon Andigua took that corner, and he took it very, very well. He took it excellently, and he did very well. You see, it was pinpoint, and Kessie scored the equalizer for Ivory Coast in the 63rd minute. Now, Nigerians were doing the zone marking when that cross was made. You see, when you are playing the final like this, you don't do zonal marking. You do man marking, one-on-one marking. But they were doing zonal marking, and they got punished for it. They needed to do a one-on-one marking, and it didn't really help. And I felt like Nigeria, after they conceded the goal in the 63rd minute, they were still playing that formation. They should have opened up. They were still protecting the draw. That was the mistake Nigeria did in this game. They were protecting the draw. They were too defensive in this game. Looking at the attacking power of Nigeria, this wasn't the game that you defend. This wasn't the game you defend. You are playing a final of Afcon. You go all out. You go all out. And secondly, Coach Pesero, his changes came too late. His changes came too late in this game. Nigerians should know that the coaches and his changes came late. And one change he did that I didn't agree with was replacing like Iwobi in the game. Iwobi was supposed to be in the game until probably 85th minute because he was the only live spot for Nigerians. He was the only live spot in that game. Bringing what Yusuf in that game was a mistake. Yes, bringing Yusuf in that game was a mistake. It was just a mistake. The changes didn't really go well for the coach. The timing of the change was also so bad. And also the tactics, the plan, that after conceding, you should still defend. I mean, why would you defend? Because after Nigeria conceded the goal, which cancelled the first goal they scored, when it was 1-1, Nigeria was still defending. Why would you be defending by then? You were still playing 5 back. No, you should have moved, and they got punished again. Because Ivory Coast in the second half, they turned into a different team. They turned into a beast. They have home support. So it looked like Nigeria were intimidated with the home support, the crowd and everything. Because looking at the goal, the second goal they considered from another set piece. Second goal from another set piece, assisted by Simon Adingra. Another set piece. I mean, Nigeria conceding 2 goals in the finals. I mean, it's very sad. I mean, that's happened. There is nothing you can do about it. Their second place, it is also not bad. But at this moment, you have given the chance for Ghana, South Africa to be laughing at you. I think Nigeria is going to be silent today. And for me, my man of the match is going to go to Simon Adingra. He had 2 assists in the game. He was very good in the game. He was very influential. He did his part. A very young boy playing this way says a lot. He played very well. But guys, let me ask you one more question. I see Nigerians complaining that the officiating didn't go their way. Let me know what you think about it. Do you think the officiating didn't go the way of Nigeria? Let me know your thoughts about that down below in the comment section. But this is how I saw the game. I felt like Ivory Coast came to the party. They had a different mentality. The coach changed he first left this team. He changed what this team was all about mentality-wise. And the coach's changes, that's Emet Efe. His changes was correct. Ivory Coast coach, he made the good changes at the right time. At the right time. Like for like changes. At the right time. And that was what Nigeria didn't do. Nigeria made a lot of mistakes. They were defending too much. They still stuck to their play. And then they didn't commit a lot of bodies offensively. They could have won this game, in my own opinion, because Nigerians have a lot of attacking power and they didn't use it to their ability. They didn't use it in this game. Let me know your thoughts about the performance of Nigeria down below in the comment section. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next video. Charlie, we go vibe.